Thank you very much. Good evening, guests. Again, my name is James Neal. I'm the Director of Athletics for Tacoma Public Schools. Welcome to the dedication of George Nordi Field. I took this job a year and about 3 months ago, and my predecessor, Jennifer Cabista, when we met, she said, "Here, take this. This is important. This has to happen." I didn't have the opportunity to meet George Nordi, but my interactions with his family and his friends tell me that I missed something really special. I'd like to recognize the family first. Their family that is present today: Lou Ann Nordi, his wife, Scott, his son, Mary Nordi, his daughter-in-law, Nicole, and his granddaughter, and AJ, his grandson, Brent Nordi, his son, Betsy Nordi, daughter-in-law, Nick Nordi, grandson, Paige Nordi, granddaughter, Luke Nordi, grandson, and his daughter, Lynn Nordi. We have some flowers for you. I'd also like to say thank you to the volunteers that worked on the recognition naming committee: Willie Stewart, Tony Anderson, Mardell Buffington, Cindy Adsett, Kevin Cannier, David McColgan, Karen Mulkey, Rhonda Stinson, Sandy Hardwood, and Earl Davis. Furthermore, we extend the gratitude to the school board members, President Andrea Cobb, Scott Hines, Debbie Winskill, Karen Vial, and Enrique Leon for this recognition, as well as our superintendent, Carla Santurno, who sponsored this project. At this time, I'd like to invite those players present who have the privilege of playing under George Nordi down to the sideline. And coaches, thank you. Part of this dedication includes a plaque. Hopefully you had an opportunity to see it on the way in. It reads, "George Nordi spent his entire teaching career, 1961 to 1996, at Mount Tacoma High School, where he taught business and physical education. During his 35 years at Mount Tacoma, he served as a student body advisor, coached boys swimming, tennis, wrestling, and football. During the last 14 years of his teaching career, he also served as the athletic director. The highlight of his coaching career was winning back-to-back state football championships in 1979 and 1980. He was the first football coach in Washington to win back-to-back state championships. Coach Nordi held leadership positions in the West Central District, the WIA, which also gave him the Garrett Giles Memorial Recognition Award in 2000. He was actively involved in the National Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association and was a 6-time president of Tacoma Pierce County chapter of the National Football Foundation and 2-time president of the Tacoma Athletic Commission. Last week, I went through the office at Mount Tacoma High School, and the nurse had received a donation of several older yearbooks. I was reading through one in 1978, where it talked about Mount Tahoma winning the grid go-round in a muddy battle. And one of the things that stood out as he was quoting that he was proud of his young team as they had showed the true meaning of T-Bird pride. Lastly, I had an opportunity to talk with Rhonda Stinson, a volleyball coach here at Mount Tahoma High School. She brought a different perspective to George's work. And she talked about her fond memories as a TA in the athletic office. She said one of the most important things that Mr. Nordi did was push for female participation. He was always working to include the young ladies and the female teams in the assemblies, make sure that they were highlighted in the school paper, and be present at their practices and games. He also started the Sportsman of the Year award here at Mount Tahoma and made sure that every year a male and a female were highlighted for that award. I'd like to introduce Maurice Hopkins, who's going to say a few words. Hank, it's written on the paper.
Yeah, okay, guys. For those of you who don't know me, I'm an old guy, like most of these guys. Played for George, 2 years, both state championships. And if there's one thing that George means to all these guys up here, is the fact that we were a family. It didn't matter what color you were, it didn't matter what your mother did, what your dad did. When you came out on the field, you gave it all. George would do whatever he could to make sure that you were reaching your goals and doing the things that you really wanted to do. And I can tell you, Scott and the whole Nordi family, he helped me make the decisions that I did to be a good man, a good father, and just a hell of a guy. George is saying, no, shut up. Give the microphone to somebody else. But, you know, I just want to say thank you, man. This is well deserved. It's a great honor to have the opportunity to speak on a man who I love. He's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. Please direct your attention to the scoreboard where we have a presentation.
It's meant so much to me to see all of the people that my papa has inspired during his life and the legacy that we are able to carry on here today. He's a man who was funny and ornery and always stood by that my first word was football. I love him so much. He's the reason that I love to travel, spoiling us with trips to Mexico and a trip to Europe and Alaska. He's a person that I honor every day in my life, and I hope to continue to honor every day.
To begin, I want to say thank you to everyone who's been able to make this naming a reality, as well as everyone who's here celebrating with my family today. My grandfather means so much to me. He was always my biggest inspiration. He always wanted to know how I was doing in school, what was going on at Wilson when I was there, and how I was doing once I got to the University of Washington. This is a great way to honor his legacy, and I'm really happy that I'm able to do this today. It is evident his impact on his players in this community as a whole. I hope to one day live a life like him, where he carry himself into a room and everyone seemed to know him. He's the reason I'm a Husky. He's the reason I'm going into sports as a profession, and he really is my biggest motivator. I love you, Papa. Go Dogs.
Some of the things that I will always take with me and carry close that I learned from my papa are his love for his family and his love for football and just sports in general. But all the trips to Mexico and Europe and Alaska and just hanging out on the beach with the family are just things that I will forever cherish and I'm extremely thankful for. I believe my love of football stems directly from him. When I was younger, we used to have these massive tailgates at Husky Stadium. And it would just be friends and family and just random people. And it always seemed that every week that I was meeting somebody new, if they all somehow, some way knew Papa. And it was just insane. And, you know, I can remember being at the game and the game would be all but over. And whoever I was with would want to leave early. And I could always count on Papa still sitting there until the clock read zeros, listening to the game on his headphones, and which I still don't understand. And he was always able to help me with any questions I had about the game or any rules or anything like that. And that continued on when I was in high school, when I could call him up at any time and I could get some pointers or just some help, anything like that. And that continued on even further, and it helped me win a national championship in 2015 with my semi-professional football team. He was one of the first phone calls in the locker room while celebrating with my team, and it was just an awesome moment for me to be able to call him and tell him thank you pretty much. In the past 2 years, I've come to really realize that more and more that he's had an impact on more and more people, and it's just truly an honor to be able to call him my papa, and the values that he holds and the things that he preached are just things that I will forever cherish and will forever be thankful for.
Good afternoon. That's what my papa used to always say. Whether it was 5 o'clock in the morning or 7 o'clock at night. That's one thing I'll never forget. He taught me so many incredible things that I could probably write 10 novels about. He's the reason why I tried to do so well in school and tried to succeed with everything I did in life. He's the reason why I love traveling and planes and football and just sports in general. He's the reason why I want to help people because he was there helping everybody around him. He's the reason why I don't give up on things because he taught me never to give up on things that I believe in. He's such an awesome guy, and to have the last name Nordi just means so much to me. Being related to him is just an honor. He's my hero, and he'll always be my hero.
I want to thank you for your attendance here this evening and the support for the Nordi family in Mount Tahoma High School. And please give these gentlemen one more big round of applause.